So today I kept hearing this word, self-worthy or worthiness. Worthiness. Are you worthy? Do you feel worthy? And I think most of us struggle with that. Like, my clients come to me for that. I think it's the biggest thing that I've struggled with. But it's actually really simple when we break it down. So that's what I want to, I guess, come to you today with. So when we don't feel worthy, it's simply just a lack of really knowing who you are. And when we have those doubts of not feeling worthy enough, not feeling good enough, it's just your beliefs. And these beliefs are from childhood, really. There was at some point in your life where you did not feel good enough, and it has stuck with you. And over and over again, you're continually telling these stories of you not feeling worthy enough. So why first of all, why do we have to continue with this very, very shitty mindset of not feeling good enough? And why does it have to continue? Because let's stop it right now. Let's motherfucking stop it. Because it's not serving us, okay? And we just need to know ourselves more. And what I mean by this, bear with me when I say this, is that it's we don't know who we are. We don't know who we are. Now, there is a line of, like, I do believe this, there is a deeper understanding from a spiritual aspect of really knowing who you are. And when I did the work, I was able to really deeply know who I am on a soul level and what I'm capable of. So if you're in this place of feeling stuck, not feeling good enough, and struggling with that immensely, it's like, well, why am I feeling this way? Where can I learn to get to know myself more? Because the thing is, we are all good enough. We are all worthy enough. We are all capable. We are all powerful. We create our lives. So when we don't feel good enough, there's obviously a mental block. There's something stopping us. So ask yourself, why do I not feel good enough? What's stopping me from having to experience what I desire so deeply? Like, you know, because ultimately, we can. We fucking can. But I feel like most of us don't do that work. We don't want to get into it because it can feel uncomfortable. There have been moments where I've, like, cried nonstop because I've finally got to the point of, like, releasing all of this emotions, all the emotions that I held deep within for most of my life. And then when I was able to cry and release it, it felt like a weight lifted off my shoulders. And with that came so much relief and a deeper understanding that, holy fuck, this, you know, the limiting belief or the thoughts and the emotions that I once felt, I no longer feel. Because I was able to release it. Remember, emotions are just energy in motion. We just need to regulate that shit. That's all we need to do. So when you can get to the bottom, like when you ask those deep questions, why am I feeling like I'm not good enough? Why am I stopping myself from being able to live the most abundant as fuck life that I desire? Yeah, no. What's stopping me? Me. Why? It's just because of these fucking fucked up beliefs that I brought on as my own along the way. We just need to clear them. So it's so simple. We don't need to overcomplicate shit here. We are not complicating shit here. We're decomplicating. All you need to motherfucking do is ask yourself, why do I not feel good enough? The more that you ask yourself, the more that you unravel shit, you go, okay, well, there's this, like, deep-rooted bullshit that I haven't dealt with for years. or that I didn't even know existed, now I can let that shit go. I don't need to hold on to that story because it is no longer serving me. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Motherfucker bye. So, do you get what I mean? Are you getting what I mean? Hopefully this is resonating and landing with you. And if you want that deep work to be done, then, you know, hello? I can mentor you through it. That's what I do. I help people unlock things and be able to give you a deeper understanding of who you really are and what you're worth, that maybe you don't necessarily, or you cannot see by yourself. But the thing is, we all have it within us. We don't need an outside source to know what we really are capable of, or to remind us. We've got everything within us. I used to chase outside things. I used to tell myself I needed X, Y, Z. I needed to hire a business coach. I needed to hire a mindset coach. And like, these things are going to deepen our healing journey and be able to do that deeper work. But just know that it's not something that you have to rely on. It's just an extra resource, an extra tool, technique. I give you tools and techniques that you can use already. But it's like sometimes when like you're in that funk and you're really not sure, it's like when you get a different perspective, or you get someone else that is able to kind of get 222. Oh my God, 222. If you know, you know, 222. Anyway, so yeah, if you get that outside source, I guess, like if you have someone else that can give you a different perspective on certain things in life, like it's going to be able to deepen your wisdom, deepen the work that you want to do, and I guess deepen your healing journey. And like, we are always healing, but like, just know that it's so simple. Like, literally, that's all I need to say. It's literally so simple. If you don't feel good enough, you just don't know yourself well enough. But most of us don't want to do that. We don't want to do the work, and you just got to do the work. It's literally as simple as that. Just do the fucking work. And when I say that with like a lot of love and a lot of kindness, but I have just been around a lot of people in my life where they're still not where they want to be. Like, they're still kind of at the beginning, which is, you know, nothing wrong with that. But, you know, when they're coming to me or they're complaining and they're struggling in certain things, it's like, well, obviously they're not doing the work. They're not doing the deeper work. It's very surface level. You can do all the meditation, you can do all the affirmations in the world, but I guess if you're not wanting to get uncomfortable, not wanting to get out of your comfort zone, and really invest in your own creative future, whatever you want, or the life that you picture for yourself, it's kind of like on the sidelines, which is, I think, what most of us do. It's like, it's a side thing. It's like I'll do it when I feel like it, rather than it's my whole life. It's my number one priority. That's why I feel like a bad bitch right now. I'm like embodying the bad bitch, you know, because every single second of every day, at least the last couple of days, you know, I go through waves, which we're human, we do, but I don't know, for me, the last couple of days, it's definitely been very consciously doing the work and doing what makes me feel good. And if there are like moments of what the fuck, why don't I feel good enough, or there's moments of fear or anything that comes up, I immediately get to the root of it. So, and I guess, like, I've fucked up so many times in my life, like in terms of business and things like that. I've done everything wrong under the sun, but I think one thing that I'm pretty good at is being able to really progress so rapidly with the work that I do within myself. So like, who I was a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago is a very, very different version of me. Very different. People all the time, my friends are like, because I have friends in Melbourne, and you know, we're not as close as we are now because I've moved to Queensland, but it's like they still all the time are like, you're such a different person, you're glowing, I'm so glad you're so happy. Like they see that I'm different, they compliment me all the time. And even like a month ago, I'm a different person because I'm always striving. I'm never settling. I'm always wanting to do that inner work. There's always things that come up. There's always work to be done. So it's like, when there is work to be done, it's like, I'm fucking ready. Bring it on. Rather than going, fuck my life, I have to do this work. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. You know? But saying all of this, I just want you to know that it is perfectly normal to have up and down moments. But it's like, when we get in that funk of like, fuck, I don't feel good enough, it's like you can spiral. Abraham Hicks talks about this, like you can literally spiral into one negative pattern after. She said it takes 17 seconds for you to get into a funk, or vice versa, to get you into a good feeling thought. So often what happens is, when we get into that like really negative mindset, or something triggers us or whatever, we then spiral, and it just carries on for sometimes hours, sometimes days, months, years, our whole life. Scary enough, our whole life. So again, let's simplify this shit. Why do you not feel worthy enough? It's because you haven't done the work. You haven't done the deep work of really knowing who you are. Because at the end of the day, when you know who you are, you've done the work. You don't question. You don't ever question. It's like, it doesn't even, it's like, I always say this analogy, it's like when someone says that your name is a different name, you don't question that. You don't go, you don't go, oh my God, is my name not my name? What the hell? Have I been living a lie? No, you laugh at them and you go, okay, buddy, move on. Like, I know my name is jesylee. It is a done deal. It is already a given. So why not with your desires? Concrete those desires in, and if there's any room of any cloud of doubt or fear, there just needs to be work to be done. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. And if you need help with the work, I have one-on-one mentoring which will help you do that. So feel free to book in a mentoring session. You will feel so fucking good after. I cannot get over the results that people have had from this. And you have to invest in yourself, whether it's me, whether it's just time into like listening to mindset people online or motivational speakers. I've been like pushing my mum. I love my mum. No diss to her. But I've been pushing her to listen to these motivational speakers and these people that I've kind of recommended for her, and she still hasn't done it yet. She keep every morning she'll feel so frustrated and overwhelmed because she's trying to start an online business too. And I said, well, I have done everything wrong, and like I've been there, done that. I could teach you from my mistakes, tell you not what to do. What an amazing advantage. I wish I knew all of this stuff before going into doing the work that I did, because I would be so much further ahead. You know what I mean? Even though I don't regret anything, everything happens for a reason. But she's like, at the end of the day, we have to accept the help. We have to accept and want to change and want to do better. But some people aren't ready for it. Some people would much rather live in the comfort of knowing that they're struggling and that they're not going to do anything about it. So it's up to you at the end of the day. So I hope this helped. Honestly, I really fucking hope this helps. Just remember that you are worthy, you are enough, and you can ultimately live a life like whatever it is in your wildest dreams. You can think of a desire and you want it, because a future version of you already has this. And I remember watching a TikTok the other day going, spot on. The reason why you desire something is because your future self already has that. It's already done for you. You just got to get out of your own way. You just got to stop fucking letting your limiting beliefs and all this fear and shit. It's literally like the thing that came into my mind is like, you know, the yellow brick road where it's like, you know, I think it's the yellow brick road where all these like obstacles are like, you know what I mean? Anyway, what I was trying to say is that it's such a simple path that we can go on. Everything is so fucking simple. If you desire something, you desire it because, like I said, a future version of you already wants it. I already said that. But then when we overcomplicate things is when we let the limiting beliefs, the emotions, the fear, the doubt, the worry, everything cloud over who we truly are and the desire, the future version of us that we desire, right? But it's like when you can get out of your own way and you can do the work to clear it. I just picture like people like, you know, digging out mountains to clear the path. It's like when you can do the work, you can clear out the gunk in the middle. Then you're able to just have that straight path. And I always say this. It's like when we face a challenge, we often think it's a negative thing. And like we often associate negative emotions with it, which fucks up our vibration. But when we look at it from a neutral standpoint and go, well, this is actually happening for us, right? Everything is happening for us. What can we do to overcome this? Again, this is just doing the work. This is what I mean by doing the work. Then you're able to overcome it, heal from it, whatever you need to do. And then you're on the path. You're still on the path. It's all through growth. Things happen because it's just getting you ready for what you're already worthy of and what you already have. So hopefully this helps you to fully understand that you feel worthy, and if you don't feel worthy, you just need to do the work. Simple as that. Peace.